For certain people, I hope you're all well. First things first, the opinion you should follow should always be your own. This is an opinion from a complete stranger online. Please be responsible when competing in the markets. So I want to make this video because one thing I've noticed recently is that Oleksandr USYK, with a bookmaker that I look at, is now the betting favourite going into the fight against Tyson Fury. And the reason this is quite noticeable and deserves discussion is because, as a matter of fact, when the odds first came out, Tyson Fury was the favourite. And this is with Paddy Power. And the reason why this is significant and deserves discussion and debate is because no glove has no punch has been thrown. Not one punch has been thrown, but Oleksandr USYK has become the betting favourite. And I want to discuss why. How can a punch not even have been thrown, but Oleksandr USYK has gone from the betting underdog to the betting favourite with Paddy Power? And I'm going to explain why I think that is. And I think that is because of certain events that have unfolded. Now, I heard a rumour in the gyms, and you know, if you go into boxing gyms talk. Some things are true, some things are not true. But I heard a rumour in my boxing gym, or one of the gyms that I go to, that Tyson Fury is trying to get out of the Oleksandr USYK fight. That's what I heard. And then maybe a couple weeks later, Tyson Fury pulled out of the Oleksandr USYK fight with an injury. Now, Tyson Fury may have been injured. He may not have been injured. But the fact of the matter is, I heard a rumour that he was going to pull out the fight, and he pulled out the fight. And I'm quite confident that that rumour I heard was before this apparent eye injury occurred. So Tyson Fury said he got injured in sparring, he got a cut, and even showed what he says is footage of it occurring. But I heard a rumour, and I'm going to say I'm quite confident that rumour I heard before the sparring happened, because I don't know the exact date and time that this supposed sparring happened when he got the injury. But I heard this sparring rumour quite a bit before he actually went and pulled out the fight. Now, this is indicative of what I think. I don't think Tyson Fury wants to fight Oleksandr USYK. Now, Tyson, let me tell you something. Boxers are warriors. I'm not saying boxers don't get scared, but boxers are warriors. If you've had a boxing fight, like myself, you will understand what goes on in the boxing ring. You will understand. And I'm not having a dig at anyone who hasn't had a boxing fight. I'm just saying. So I don't think Tyson Fury is scared of Oleksandr USYK. I don't think he's scared. But I do think he's concerned. I think he knows that there's a sizable chance that he could lose this fight. And I think that he knows that styles make fights. And his style does not match up well with Oleksandr USYK's style. Tyson Fury has always struggled against smaller fighters. Go and watch his fight against Steve Cunningham. Go watch his fight against John McDermott. Go watch his fight against Nevan Pajkic. He arguably lost the first John McDermott fight, to the point where Tyson Fury's dad apparently went up to John McDermott and said something along the lines of, "They gave it to my boy, but you won that." That's apparently what Tyson Fury's dad said to John McDermott after the fight. He struggled, at best he struggled against John McDermott. He was on the floor against Nevan Pajkic, a short heavyweight. He was on the floor against Steve Cunningham, a short heavyweight. And here in Oleksandr USYK, we have a short heavyweight. A guy who is bringing attributes better than the shorter opponents Tyson Fury struggled against when he was younger. So I don't think Fury wants this fight. I think stylistically Fury would rather fight other fighters. I don't think he is scared. I don't think he wouldn't, if it was a fight in a car park for free, no one would see what happened. I think he'd do it in a heartbeat. But with regards to marketing, his market value, potential income increase, legacy, I think Tyson Fury is concerned about the presence of Oleksandr USYK. Now, another thing that I think goes into the fact that Oleksandr USYK is now the betting favourite is that Tyson Fury looked terrible against Francis Ngannou. He looked terrible. And then Anthony Joshua went in there and made light work of Francis Ngannou. But remember, styles make fights. So I'm not condemning Tyson Fury to defeat against Oleksandr USYK because of this. But I do have to take this into account, that Anthony Joshua made such light work of Francis Ngannou, whereas Tyson Fury went life and death. Now, punching power can be the great equalizer. I don't think Tyson Fury has the same punch power as Anthony Joshua. So sometimes punching power can mask your flaws. Maybe Anthony Joshua has more flaws in his game than Tyson Fury. Maybe. At this point, I don't know. Because I think Tyson Fury is on a decline. But let's say Anthony Joshua has more flaws than Tyson Fury overall in his boxing game. That can all be equalized by one thing: the punch that puts your opponent on the floor at any time in the fight, and that's what happened. But nonetheless, Tyson Fury looked terrible against Francis Ngannou. Many think he lost that fight. I don't, but many think he did. And then Anthony Joshua went and did his thing in 2 rounds. So that also accounts for why gamblers are not as confident putting their life savings on the line when betting on Tyson Fury. Gamblers are losing confidence in this. Gamblers are losing confidence in Tyson Fury when they see him on the floor and struggling and scraping a decision, and then Anthony Joshua goes and does Francis Ngannou win in 2 rounds. That is not going to put gamblers in a confident position when putting together a portfolio in betting for Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr USYK. Now, the last reason I want to talk about is something I've been talking about for longer than most people I've seen, and that is the fact that Tyson Fury seems to be declining rapidly. I think the Deontay Wilder fights are taken out of him. I think the lifestyle choices are catching up with him. If you watch Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko, you will notice that this is a different fighter we're looking at today. Tyson Fury no longer has the spring in his knees. He no longer has the elusiveness. He no longer is bouncy. He no longer has the reflexes. Now, he is a guy who knows what he wants to do, but his body's slowly not letting him do it. So, if the mind is willing but the body is not, now I fully believe that we should always be pushing ourselves beyond the boundaries of our bodies, trying to. But lo and behold, we live in the physical realm. So at some point, we are limited. And Tyson Fury cannot do the things he used to do when he was 25. He still has a great boxing brain, but his body is not letting him do it. So I see him flat-footed. I see him not being able to keep distance like he used to. I see him not looking as sharp. I see him getting tagged more easily. And this accumulates in gamblers having less confidence in Tyson Fury walking into this fight. This fight's going to be phenomenal, because I don't think USYK is at his best either. But I think that Tyson Fury, coming up against a tricky southpaw with angles and footwork, while he himself is rapidly on the decline in the footwork department and his reflexes are gone, I think that this makes for a fascinating fight. I think Tyson Fury in his prime would have struggled with Oleksandr USYK. So this, in my opinion, is a real uphill struggle for Tyson Fury. So let's see what happens. But these are reasons why gamblers have less confidence in Tyson Fury and why Oleksandr USYK is now the betting favourite before a punch has even been thrown. The Francis Ngannou performance, the fact that Tyson Fury is past his best, and the fact that Tyson Fury seems so reluctant to step in the ring with Oleksandr Usyk. What do you think about what I spoke about people in this video? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's also a link for that in the description. That will allow me to spend more time doing this. So if you like what I do, then you can support that. And with that, enjoy the rest of your day. See you on the next one.